Good evening, everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a back test on NASDAQ. And we're going to see if we could have caught any of the cells leading to this break of the accumulation here. So this is this week's price action. Well, last week's on this week's. My mistake. And obviously we've got the redistributions happening all the way down. And we're just going to see what we can sort of manage. We'll start from here. So obviously we have price reaccumulating some sort of distribution, redistribute, breaking all of this demand in this area. It then formed a larger accumulation to then break this high. Coming into the 1 hour, we can see that we're sort of getting into the area up into here. We have now swept that redistribution, so I'm going to delete that. And like I say, we're looking in this sort of area for the cells. Granted, we have just broken this high, but playing the sort of lowest form of order flow to get these quick sort of scalps is what we're looking for. And quite evidently here, you can see the distribution in play. You've got a 1 drive, 2 drive, 3 drive, UTAD, break of the law. Just jump back up to the 15 minutes, see if there's any divergences. So we've got a 7 at the top and an 8 at the bottom. And then an 11 at the top there. So that's the highest number. So what I'm going to do is mark it out as the distribution. Mark out the break of the law. And this is the manipulation with a distribution inside of it. You can see 1, 2, 3, UTAD, break. So this here is the area of interest for me because that's the manipulation. Just jump these down so it doesn't mess the charts up. So here we have the area of manipulation. What I would do is mark my 50 and 80, which it has not reached, and see if price comes into there and gives me a redistribution or distribution, sorry. Distribute in this area to then break the law, or if not that, then this turn into a redistribution, breaks the law, and I'll look for an entry out of here. So distributed there, 1, 2, 3, 4th drive UTAD. So we can see we're in the 50. This is on a Thursday. And we've got a divergence of an 8 present there. So we're getting into Asian price action now, so I would not be trading personally. So I'm going to jump up to a 5 minute and wait for Friday morning's London Open. Or 15 minute even. Right, so we're getting into the London Open here. As we can see in power hour, we mitigated the 50. Did we leave a schematic? No, that's no schematic for me. So in this case, I would wait for the break of the law, or well, yeah, either the break of the law to make it a redistribution or the break of the high to make it a reaccumulation. So book to the 5 minute and let's see what happens. Jump up a time frame. Oh, skipped ahead. Right, well, so obviously Friday there must have been some news. We've broken the law to form a redistribution. So let me just hide the divergence so that we've got a clear view. I'll get rid of that. So from here we can see that this is the mitigation, this is the distribution that causes the move, and that's the last buy to sell or whatever you want to call it. So what I would probably do in this situation is put my fibs on that, and then also the fibs of the full move. There we go. So these are my sort of zones that I've been looking at. Let's see if price can get back up to there. See, we haven't come up to the 50 or the 80, but we have entered the open of the move. So if there was a nice schematic occurring, I would be looking to take it. We'll jump down to the 5 to see if any divergences are there. Nothing, but you can see the reaccumulation, and we'll see what this turns out to be. I don't think it's no schematic at the minute. We'll see what it can do. Pop to the 5 minute, 3 minute. So we're coming into the 50 at the minute. I just looked for a nice, would I take a limit off of this micro in the UTAD of the redistribution? Yeah, if I'm being completely honest, or the 50, let me see. Short position. Would this be worth it? Yeah, I'm taking that. The point of interest is in there. So let me walk through my confirmations. London, New York price action. It's power hour. Power hour. I'll walk through the rest of them. Valid point of interest. Is the intent there? It has had the booth twice. We've got no schematic at the moment. Are we in Wyckoff CRD? We are working in the LPSY. I don't know if it's so many too far down. Oh no, so, apologies, retrace that. It is the last point of supply. So the divergences, have we got any present? We've not got any on the divergences for, I can't remember what it's called actually. Divergence from any indicators, have we got any here? So we've got some on the other side down here. This is indicating it going higher whilst it is lower. So we'll see. So right now, because of this impulse down, I'd be at reduced risk to the top of that wick. If I was to enter it, it would be dependent on what type of week I had. With it being into the power hour, but we'll see. Jump to the 5. 15. See, if now in London, this form, let's say it takes my reduced risk and it forms a schematic and breaks lower, that's the distribution. It gives the UTAD, taking out all the liquidity here, and taking out this break, enter off the 50 to 80. I'll just mark it out. So say there, breaks the low from here, and then the 1580 of the UTAD, that would that would be my next point of interest. Like so. Get rid of these two. So we'll see. Right, so we seem to be reacting quite well off of here. This is quite a nice redistribution. I'm going to jump down onto the lower time frames in London price action. So how I'll do this is I'm just marking full. Here is the smallest form of order flow break right there. This would be my trading range from here to here. Does these secondary tests trade back to the 50? So we've got accumulation, distribution, distribution, accumulation. We've got, in fact, looking at it closely, there you go. You've got, I'll jump to the 1 minute. Preliminary supports, preliminary, I can't speak. Buying climax AR, secondary test, a minor sign of weakness, up thrust, secondary test, UTAD, which is from here to there. Which it did not mitigate the 50, didn't mitigate the entire thing. No, close to though. So off the back of this, let me see where we are on the 15 minute. Yeah, I would take continuation sells. So we've obviously that being the break and this being the redistribution. I would be quite selective with the entry, making sure that there's a schematic present or good numbers. Sorry, I forgot to do numbers on that one. Redistribution, just bump these down so it doesn't make a mess. And then mark out the 50 and 8, 1580. Put the arrow so we can see what caused it, which was this move here. Candle point of interest, center back, take out all of these. We'll see what happens leading up to that. Mm, yeah. Well, I mean, I'll play this back, but I don't think with the speed that that came up. Let me see. What day was this? Monday. Yeah, I think that'd been way too quick. In comparison to that. Yeah, that's more like news. Oh, sorry, that was the open. So you wouldn't be trading, or you wouldn't be taking a trade on the. I wouldn't be taking a trade at the very open, and then it redistributed. Say it was a distribution in structure with a really nice schematic, and it came up slower. Then I would maybe look more aggressively at the open, but it's too volatile with moves like this. Let me see where we are on the 15 minute because I don't want to be selling near the bottom. We're still quite far from the bottom, so it's still on the table to sell. See if we can make us way back up to that area. So we're in the area. We've got an 8 leading into it. Can we break this low? It is a crappy schematic, but if it shows us some intent, we've got the divergence. What are the numbers like? So we've got 196. So if I was being extremely aggressive, with it being a Monday as well, this to there, with that being a schematic, and this being the break. Let's see what numbers it will be. So that's shown this break. There you go. So yeah, I'd be definitely selling out of that. Now I'd measure the full thing. But no, I'd have that and also the full thing. What is it? 1 to 5. No, 1 to 6. I'll see if that makes it a bit too low. That we'll see what happens. And it just collapses. Yeah, I would not be taking it out of there now. I'd be just riding that trade to the bottom. Pop to the 15 minutes, see it break. Take my weeks off and divergences. See if we can close it in profit. We're going to get the break. There you go. So, a nice win. That's the price action. That's the markings. And yeah, so that would have been a 1 to 14. And then where I'd be looking to close out is in the if it formed a schematic in the 50 or 80. So it didn't form one in the 50. And I'd be looking in here for the 80 to see if any schematics occur. If you were to hold it, you could close it out there. But if you were wanting to hold the cell down, you wouldn't want to be seeing a decent, well sort out schematic in the 80 or 50. So anyway, I'll just do the facts and the figures. So NAS 100, one win at 0.5% risk, 7%, a 200k account, that is 14,000. There you have it.